Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So guys, I'm coming on with life update today. This is an informational. What is that?
Anything going on?
That's my. Sorry about the interruption, guys. That's my glucose level, showing that it's high because I had a cup of coffee with extra cream in it because I didn't have any of my sugar-free creamer. Okay, so that's the story with that. You're going to hear dogs in the background today. You're going to hear craziness because my husband's. I'm in the kitchen. He's in the living room painting. We're painting, and so the dogs are just going crazy and a little havoc here. So that's just the normal Create with Linda situation. You know that. So that's nothing different really. But I'm coming on because I wanted to give information about the weight loss surgery and about just stuff that's going on. I have some collab announcements to make, which I have to really kind of finalize before I make them right now because I haven't totally finalized the dates, but I will by the end of this video to let you guys know about the collabs for April coming up. So as of yesterday, let me start from the beginning. I haven't gone for my stress test yet. I'm going on the 19th because, yes, guys, I have been having some anxiety about it. I really have, and I canceled it twice. I know, don't judge me, terrible. That's just my fears and everything else, but I know I have to get it done because if I don't get it done, then they won't approve me for the surgery. So I have the appointment on the 19th, and that's when it's going to be done, and I can't back out of this one. I know that, so that's the story with that. Hey, Cooper, get down. Oops. Sorry, guys. Okay, so. Sorry. It is 10 o'clock in the morning, and I had my coffee already. I had an English muffin for breakfast, and I'm still kind of foggy a little bit. Been up since about 7:45 this morning because Jenny on Wednesday goes to program early. She was supposed to be picked up by 8:30, but they didn't pick her up till after 9, so much for getting up early, but anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so, I got off track again. All right, so the weight loss surgery now. The weight loss surgery in itself is going to be, hard and traumatizing and all that, I think, personally, for myself. But then beforehand, there's so many things you have to do to get ready for this surgery and to get approved for this surgery. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, in plain English. It really is. It really is a pain in the ass. Is it going to be worth it? I'm sure. And that's why I'm pushing through it. But I already did quit once. I already almost changed my mind once. And then, I have my husband and my daughter saying logical things to me and making me realize that it is something that I really want to do and I need to do. And I know logically that, like, when I get a panic in my body and I'm like, oh, I can't do this. Like, what if I can't eat? What if I can't this? Because you hear so many. The thing is, too, guys, is that you hear so many stories about so many different scenarios that happen to people. Oh, this one had this issue. This one had that issue. This one, it's too much information, and just it really makes you overthink and gets your mind going crazy. So, having other disorders as far as mental issues like, depression and anxiety and all that, when you have that kind of stuff also that bombards you with all that when you get bombarded with all that information, you tend to get very overwhelmed and your anxiety level goes even higher than that. Even though logically, like I know logically I have to have the surgery. If I want to live, I don't have to, but if I want to live, another 30, 40 years productively and have a nice life, most likely, then I have to get this weight off. And I've tried so many diets, so many Weight I've tried Weight Watchers so many times. I've tried fasting. I've tried, just whatever. It's just not, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. And honestly, I just love food too much. I really, really do. I love food too much. Grew up in a household that, stupid thing. Grew up in a household that, food was love, like family time, Sunday gravies with the extended family. Just eating was a big thing, obviously. So it became a kind of a habit thing too. And then I became an emotional eater, which all you guys know I'm an emotional eater. So that didn't help the situation either. That, doesn't help the situation when you're an emotional eater because you're eating your emotions, So by saying that, I lost my train of thought. So guys, there's a lot to do beforehand, okay? There's a handful of things to do, which me and Julie have done, I would say, half of the stuff. Stupid thing. We've done that, more than half of the stuff. So there's, what we have coming up is we have to do another support group video, a Zoom call. We have to watch a video. We have to go for the consultation for the endoscopy that we need to get. And then after that consultation, we got to do that whole endoscopy. So that's going to be a big pain in the ass too. We have to get an x-ray of our chest. And of course I have to have that stress test, and I'm going to be doing the sleep test next week. Julie did that already. The home sleep test, you got to do that to make sure that that's all okay, because we do have some sleep apnea issues. Not severe, but we do have a little bit, so they want to know that before you go under or whatever. So there's a handful of things that need to still be done, which kind of stresses me out a little bit and is a little overwhelming, but I feel a little bit better because as of yesterday, I didn't have a lot of the appointments made. So yesterday, I just sat down and I just forced myself and I made the appointments that I had to make. I had to remake my appointment for my stress test and everything else. There's one other thing I have to do. I have to call the cardiologist and reschedule that appointment to follow up after the stress test. Yeah, I'm just talking out loud. So I remember what I have to do. So there are a handful of things that need to be done. And once those things are done and approved, obviously, the cardiologist has to clear me. The pulmonologist has to clear me. And I also forgot to ask the doctor's office if my sugars have to be a certain level before they'll let me go into surgery. I don't think they do. They didn't mention that, so I'm not really too worried about that. But I have to ask about that. That's a question I have to ask. So all these things, once these things get done, and then we have a date is when, it's like I want to get to that point because I want to get to the point where I'm like, getting to the point of having the surgery, because there's a lot to do before, there's a lot to, you have to prepare, I don't know, I think a week before, 2 weeks before, you're only on maybe protein shakes or something. I don't think you really get to eat much 2 weeks before or something like that. Oh, and guys, the other thing that's really stressing me out is that I have to lose 10 pounds before your date too, before they'll approve you, because you have to be 1 pound less than what you were when you signed the paper when you first went there. So I'm 8 pounds up. So I got to lose, I got to be careful not to gain anymore. And then because of whatever I gain, I have to lose before that date. So that'll halt it too. So there's a lot to go through beforehand, which is stressful. It's really stressful. It's not just okay, we had the surgery day, we're going to do it and we're done. There's so much to do, and it's just stressful. So I'm trying to breathe in and breathe out and take it as it comes and all of that, and just know that, you know, that after this is over, you know, and also the thing too that stresses me out is worrying that something's going to go wrong. You know, worrying if I'm going to be, or my daughter and I are going to be one of those people that have issues, like, you know, with eating, and, you know, you hear about people going and being septic and having to go back to the hospital and having issues, you know, with their situation, and just having to go back into surgery. There's just so much that can go wrong. But, I mean, I can't obsess about that. I have to try not to obsess about that. So, it just, a lot comes with this. A lot comes with it. So I'm looking so forward to getting to the point where we're almost there and it's almost over. And, you know, I feel like once I have the surgery, I can't speak for my daughter, but once I have the surgery and it is what it is, like, I'm almost,
Where is it?
I don't know, I'm almost forced, I'm going to be forced, once it's done, that's it. Like, it's done, and, you know, it is what it is, and you have to make do with what you have. This Spatsy thing will not stop. So I just want to get to that point, you know what I mean? And it's just frustrating and overwhelming before that point, you know, it comes. So I'm just trying to keep myself sane, and I'm just trying to keep myself busy and motivated, you know, and I tend to, because of my depression and anxiety, when I get overwhelmed, when my cup is way overfilled, I shut down. And then I don't want to do anything. Like, I don't want to do a video. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do anything. So it's more of a struggle than it normally is because I'm so overwhelmed. So I'm trying not to let that happen. It's a struggle every day, but, you know, I'm trying not to let that happen. Yesterday, just for instance, the day before yesterday, I was like, okay, I'm going to make lasagna on Tuesday. I'm going to get up and do it, you know, fairly early and get it done. I didn't start making my gravy, which I usually make my Italian gravy probably 10, 11 o'clock in the early afternoon, and it cooks like 3 or 4 hours all day, maybe more, slowly. So yesterday I just kept saying, oh, I gotta get up and do it. And I went and sat on the couch, I had lunch, and then I was watching Pitbulls and Parolees, and I just got comfortable, and I was like, oh, I think tonight maybe I'll just make sliders. I'm not gonna make the lasagna. And then, like, it's almost like a light switch just flicks on, and I'm like, ooh, I feel like doing it now. So it's telling you, sometimes I really think I'm crazy. I really am not kidding. My brain is just like crazy. What? What? Excuse me? I got people in there telling me I am crazy. My family members. I know they're kidding. They're funny. Now I lost my train of thought.
Make lasagna.
Oh, right, okay. So it was 3:30 and I said, oh my God, I really, really want lasagna. So I got up and I made the gravy, and we ate by 6:30. It wasn't bad. It was it was crazy from 3 to 6:30, but the lasagna came out amazing. I was very happy I did it, and as I was doing it, I felt good. It made me feel good. And that's the thing about doing these things. The reason why I always go back to it, even though I'm so unmotivated sometimes, is because I try to remember the feeling of how it makes me feel when I do the things that I enjoy to do. You know, cooking and teaching and just chatting and stuff like that.
Make noise for a second.
Okay, he's gonna be making noise for a second. So yeah, just pushing along and trying to force myself to do the things that I don't want to do, because then, I always feel good after doing it. So that's that. We also have some issues now with Cooper. I told you guys with his leg, he came up positive for Lyme disease, and the doctor said that she didn't think that it was caused by the Lyme disease, but she said that it's more probably of an injury of his ACL that goes to his knee or something. I don't know. All I know is that she said that the only way to correct it is, of course, surgery. And so I don't even know how much that's going to be. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to think about it right now. But that's a whole nother thing coming up, you know, that we have to worry about. I'm so sorry about this, guys. I really should put it in the other room. So so we got that hanging over our heads, and of course we have a good thing hanging over our heads. Not hanging over our heads, but a good thing coming up in a year and a half. Julie's wedding. So Julie's getting married, which everybody knows is so excited. But, you know, happy things are also very stressful, you know, because you got to worry about, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to get this together, you got to make sure you have this, and, you know, so it's a lot. It's a lot. But it's a lot of good things, too. There are a lot of good things coming up. Julie's going to be taking her engagement pictures, and we might have a little engagement party for her. Nothing big, just like a backyard, something, you know, cute. And then, you know, of course, we have all this wedding stuff to get ready for, the dresses and the this and the that, and her bridal shower, which is not for a while. I mean, her wedding is until October, the end of October of 23. So we still have a whole year and what? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, a year and 7 months. So we still have a long time. But you know how things happen like that. Before you know it, it's 6 months away, you know. So a lot of exciting stuff coming up. And I'm looking forward to doing it a lot lighter, guys. A lot lighter. I want to feel better. Because right now it's a struggle, walking afar. It's hard for me to sustain walking a lot. You know, my back hurts because of my weight, and just so many things that are debilitating me right now that I'm looking forward to, you know, in 6 months to a year to not having anymore. And hopefully I'll have a better quality of life. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing it. As big as my fears are, I think to not do it would probably be worse for me. And so I want to get rid of all this chubbiness that I have here going on here. I don't know, guys. It is what it is, you know. I am who I am, and that's it. You know, that's it. So I just want to look in the mirror and be able to say, you know what? I like the way I look, you know. And right now I don't feel very confident in myself. And I'm just being honest. I'm honest with you guys, you know. I love you guys, and you guys support me so much, and you guys are always here and listening and commenting, and I appreciate that so much, guys. And just also a shout out to you guys, my YouTuber friends who just are always there with encouraging thoughts and advice and everything, and it just really keeps me grateful that I have so many of you that are like family, you know. It's just so, like I said, guys, keep coming on with your comments. I love your comments. I love talking to you guys. It's so much fun. It's so great getting, you know, feedback from everybody, and bad or good, you know. I have to say I got mostly positive stuff. I mean, once in a blue moon, you know, there's somebody in there that'll throw in a negative comment, but very rarely. And that's another thing. Like on my channel, guys, I don't stand for any of that. I watch a lot of YouTubers who are awesome, and you know, I would say I have like probably 5 YouTubers that I really watch regularly, that I'm interested in and that I care about and all that. And there are some people that are just so mean to some people in their comments and everything, and I don't stand for that. Like, I do not stand for that. When I'm on one of my YouTubers videos and I see somebody else commenting some sort of a mean comment, you know what? Go away. Like, you know, there's too much turmoil and all of that in the world today that you have to be mean like that. You know, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Like, why do you have to? Why are you coming on watching somebody's YouTube channel and then criticizing them, saying stuff that's derogatory and that's mean and hurtful? There's no reason for that. Like, don't comment. Like, the only reason that I can see that those people do that is because they're angry about their own lives and angry about themselves and something that's going on in their life, so they have to lash out at somebody else, you know. But it's really, really not nice, and it's not nice to be a mean girl. Yesterday, I commented on one of my friends' freaking thing, one of my friends' videos, because somebody said something mean, and I said, don't be a mean girl. I said, it's like almost childish to say that, like, you mean girl, like the Mean Girl movie. I'm like, don't be a mean person. Like, why do you have to be a mean person? What do you get out of that? To say something like it's just ridiculous. So I don't stand for any of that, and I'm going to stick up for my friends and the people that I care about. And so what? I don't care what anybody thinks or says or whatever, and especially myself. If I have a, I am very tolerant, though not as tolerant as I used to be years ago, but I am still a little bit tolerant. Like I won't block somebody immediately. Unless, it really depends on what they do. But, everybody has, nobody's perfect. Everybody has issues. And, I have had a few people or some issues with a couple of people, and they have apologized to me and, and moved on and everything, in which I appreciated. I appreciated them admitting that they had an issue, that they said something that wasn't nice, or maybe, whatever, and they did apologize. So I thank them for that. Thank you for apologizing. You know who you are. I'm not going to say any names, but yeah. So that's with that. But so my channel is it is what it is. It's it's a bunch of things. It's cooking, it's vlogging, it's being honest and showing what's going on in my life, and all of that. And I hope you guys are enjoying it. I really do. I want to get some more lives in here, and do some more lives, and just keep doing what I'm doing. Making new recipes and doing budgeting meals and all of that, and pantry meals, and just there's a lot that I want to do that's in my head that I haven't quite gotten on paper yet. But there are some collabs that I want to announce. I just have to look at my book and make sure that the dates are right, and then I will let you guys know exactly the dates of those. Okay, guys. So I just finalized my my video situation that I wanted to tell you guys about. So upcoming in April, guys, this is what the story is for right now. April 7th, I'm doing an open collab with Jerry from Cooking with Neighbors. We're going to be doing Easter tablescapes, where we're going to show how to make from the Dollar Tree. We're going to show how, let me put that on here, show how we can do a cute little table decoration, like, plates and stuff like that, for very cheap, okay? Dollar Tree. Okay. That's Easter. Sorry, that's April 7th. Okay. Jerry from Cooking with Neighbors is doing a collab, an open collab on that, and then I'm going to host on the 13th of April. I'm going to be doing a cheap Easter appetizers. So anything Easter appetizers, cheap appetizers that you want to make, that you can make for Easter, you can make for any other holidays. Really cheap stuff that's reasonable and that you can feed your family and feed some guests on. That's very, very reasonable. So that's April 13th, and again, April 7th, I'm going to be doing that tablescape one. That's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So check out that one. Also, whoever wants to join in on the 13th, which is the cheap Easter apps, join in if you'd like to join in. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you do, just go to, after I post my video, go to my page and say, Linda, I uploaded my video and I'll add it to my playlist. All right, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun, so look forward to that. And I hope you guys are going to join, some of you will join in with me on that. Lots and lots of fun. April 13th, April 7th. All right, guys, so that's all this video is going to be about today. I wanted to give you some information on the upcoming surgeries and, you know, and all that stuff and what's happening in my life right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit all those buttons on the bottom. Don't forget to comment below. Love when you comment. Don't forget to hit the notification button with the bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a video. All right, guys, so I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.